We begin this commentary with breaking news. Donald Trump is the 45th president of the United States. Look, I know that happened a couple of weeks ago, but there are so many people out there who are refusing to accept the results of this election. That fact might be new to them. Some people were so upset with the results of the election, they want to do away with the Electoral College. But if you look at the electoral map, things turned out exactly the way the Founding Fathers had planned. Donald Trump won 30 of 50 states. I know, Hillary Clinton won the popular vote. But the people who wrote the Constitution wanted the states to matter so that heavily populated areas like California and New York didn't rule the country. You can't whine about the rules that have been in place for 240 years just because you lose the election. Well, I guess you can, but you look ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, let's deal with Jill Stein and her call for a recall in Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan, 3 states that have gone Democratic for the last couple of decades, but this time voted for Donald Trump. Now, most candidates ask for a recall because they won by a slim margin, and they want to make certain every vote is counted properly, just in case they really won. Jill Stein got 1% of the vote nationally and 1% of the vote in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. There is absolutely no way she can win this election with a recount. So why is she doing it? Well, she says she doesn't really want to overturn the election. She just wants to make certain that every vote is counted fairly. Really? Well, then why is Jill Stein challenging the 3 states that Donald Trump won by a slim margin? And if you took them away from him and gave them to Hillary Clinton, it would overturn the election. And guess who else is now joining the recount? The same woman who stands the most to gain if the election is overturned, Hillary Clinton. The same woman who conceded to Donald Trump and told us all we must accept the results. And then a couple of weeks later, Hillary Clinton says, forget all of that, I want a recount, even though she admits there is no chance of overturning the election. So why is she doing it? We'll get to that in a minute. But first, let's deal with the mad tweeter, Donald Trump, who now says he would have won the popular vote if it wasn't for the millions of illegal votes that were cast. Even though there is no evidence of that, and there's no evidence of the Russians hacking into any voting machines, and there's no evidence that the vote tally is incorrect in any state. So again, why? Let's start with Jill Stein. She's raised over $7 million now in her recount effort. She raised only $4.6 million for her entire campaign for president, and she's getting more attention now than she ever got. So she's in it for herself. How about Hillary Clinton? She's joining the recount because the Democrats want to continue to delegitimize Trump's presidencies, keep the protests going, stay in the news, and stay relevant so that Hillary can charge more for her speaking fees. So she's in it, as always, for money and politics. Finally, Donald Trump. Truthfully, I have no idea why he's doing this, but it's infuriating. Why can't he just stay above the fray, act presidential, ignore this silliness? Look, nobody looks good in this post-election insanity, but after the campaign we just had, did you really expect Hillary Clinton to become gracious and Donald Trump to find self-control? Congratulations, America. You wanted a reality show? You got it. Welcome to the Trump White House, where anything can happen. Expected run, 4 to 8 years. I'm Larry Menti. See you again next week.